My name is Stacy Johnson, and I am performing my first persuasive speech of the semester. And here are my audience members. The purpose of this speech is to persuade the public to stop smoking tobacco or to never begin smoking tobacco when given the choice. According to organization Smoke Free Coalition, when you smoke, you inhale more than 4,000 chemicals, including chemicals found in toilet cleaner, rat killer, insecticide, and car exhaust fumes. Do you want those chemicals building up inside your lungs or the lungs of the people that you'd like to keep around for the rest of your life? I think your answer is no. Both of my grandfathers have had terrible health problems due to smoking cigarettes throughout their lives. Cigarette smoking will factor in immensely to both of their deaths. I know what smoking can do to a person's health, and I'm here to tell you about the effects of smoking, what you can do to quit if you're a smoker, and what the benefits are of a non-smoking life, in hopes that you choose to not smoke and influence others to be smoke-free too. We'll start by talking about the negative effects of smoking tobacco. You already know about the chemicals that you inhale when you smoke a cigarette, but that's only part of the horrifying effects of smoking tobacco. Reading eHealthMD led me to find that smoking is responsible annually for 30% of all heart attacks and cardiovascular deaths, at least 30% of all cancer deaths, 87% of lung cancer deaths, and at least 82% of deaths to emphysema and chronic bronchitis. On average, the average cigarette smoker will die 10 to 15 years earlier than they would have died from other causes. Even secondhand smoke can cause terrible health problems. I know people that have gotten lung cancer just from inhaling secondhand smoke. I had an interview with my Aunt Tish, who's a former smoker. She said some of her symptoms were shortness of breath, she noticed aging, she smelled nasty, she said, and she was prone to have more illness as a smoker. That small stick of chemicals in a cigarette can cause a large amount of problems like in your health of you and your loved ones, so why take part in it? Next, we'll talk about how to avoid secondhand smoke and how to help yourself or others quit smoking. If you're a non-smoker, when given the choice to take a puff, just remember all of the negative effects of smoking, and that should help you keep your distance. For those of you that do smoke, there are many methods for quitting. You can use nicotine gum, the patch, or a nicotine inhaler. Also, many people need a cigarette substitute, so they eat cinnamon sticks, chew gum, or eat Red Hots. After the long haul on the road to a smoke-free lifestyle, any person would see the benefits in the long run. The benefits of a smoke-free lifestyle are plenty. In my interview with my Aunt Tish, she told me that the world opened up to her. She's no longer limited to smoking sections or ostracized by not being allowed to go everywhere any longer. Also, she noticed she wasn't aging as fast. She smelled better. It was no longer controlled by the addiction. She could also feel that her lungs felt healthier. Another health benefit is you can completely prolong your life. Also, you can save money on cigarettes. Like, people spend up to thousands of dollars a year. If you smoke one pack a day, you spend $1,500 a year. Negative effects of tobacco are numerous. So after seeing the negative effects of smoking tobacco, listeners should quit smoking and encourage others to quit too. The smoke-free benefits will start to show. You can save a life today, maybe even your own, when you start encouraging the world to become smoke-free. Now that I've finished my speech, I wanted to show you terrible effects of smoking. In our first picture, we have two pictures here. This is a smoker's lung and a healthy lung. You can definitely see the difference. Immediately, there's tar all over this lung, and this lung is just healthy. This is a picture of an inside of the lung. There's all these tar, chemical spots built up on the inside. It looks terrible. And then our next picture here, we have two sets of lungs and a heart, smokers and non-smoker. In the smokers, you can see the heart is just enlarged to a huge size, and the lungs are completely black. And on a non-smoker, the heart seems to be regular size, not near as large as that heart, and the lungs are fairly healthy. And then this stomach, this is a picture of a stomach, and that's an ulcer from tobacco smoking. It looks awful and painful. So I hope these pictures and that speech encouraged you to steer clear of tobacco and the negative effect, also to encourage others. Maybe you can save a life today. Thanks.